Also, in a related development, we have received credible intelligence of a plot to use the Federal High Court. And I repeat, we have now received credible intelligence of a plot to use the Federal High Court to secure a secret expert order that will attempt to legalize the illegal extension of the about-to-expire tenure of LUGA chairman in Rivers State, which was carried out by the former members of the State Assembly who lost legitimacy as lawmakers the very moment they decamped to APC, knowing fully well that there was no crisis in PDP. Hence, their seat as lawmakers became vacant immediately. The remaining legitimate members declared the seat vacant. We are raising this alarm in view of the illegitimacy of the desperate move, which, if not halted, can lead to anarchy and collapse of constitutional governance. We want to call on the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court and also Justice Omotosho and other eminent judges to be aware of this plot, that those behind it are already celebrating that the expert order is in their pocket, awaiting release to the media, even when the case have not been heard. To our respected Chief Judge, we are compelled to publicly bring this shocking development to your attention for the interest of justice and preservation of the image of our nation's democracy and judiciary. Few days ago, we received credible intelligence that a suit filed on behalf of the Abuja-based former House of Assembly members in Rivers State, whose seats have been declared vacant, over their decampment to APC, even when there was no crisis in PDP, but still parading as lawmakers and changing laws in the middle of the night from the corner of their hotel room in Abuja and Emoha LUGA, where they are gathered and made to make legislative announcements without the legitimacy or due process to do so. Our dear Chief Judge, Honorable Justice J.T. Soho, we wish to inform you that this strange suit, which our intelligence has shown is alleged to have been filed at the Registrar of the Federal High Court, will be assigned to Justice Omotosho, who is expected to issue an injunction legalizing the illegal amendment and extension of tenure of the about-to-expire LUGA chairman in Rivers in order to keep them in office with their tenure extended without an election is a great aberration and risk capable of tarnishing the image of the judiciary if this is allowed to happen. We are lawmakers, and we have great respect and confidence in the Federal High Court to nip this ugly alleged development in the bud, if still active. We are confident that these men of unimaginable desperation, touting the name of respected judges in their beer parlor gossip, are out to ruin the respected name of judges of the Federal High Court, and the court must be careful in handling such obnoxious applications which are targeted to carry out a judicial and legislative coup against democracy by extending tenure of local government chairmen whose tenure are about to expire without allowing constitutional, democratic, and electoral process to take place. The desperation of these Abuja-based former lawmakers and their penchant for any action that is illegitimate propelled us not to take the intelligence lightly, hence the need to draw the attention of our respected judges to this alleged emerging development that must be crushed at all costs for the sake of the image of our judiciary. For those who do not know both in the judiciary and the entire country, let us state it clearly. The crux of the matter is that the former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly whose seats were declared vacant came out from hiding one day and announced illegal amendment to the Rivers State LUGA laws unilaterally without legitimacy and carried out an extension of tenure of the LUGA chairman, which is about to expire, and said they can remain in office as long as required without any tenure again or election process as the basis for holding such office. This is a legislative coup, legislative rascality, and insertion of the process for constitutional democracy. The law was dead on arrival as it was made by men and women unknown to law. It was made by people without the legitimacy to make such law, and hence their claim of overriding the governor's assent of their legislative rascality and political hallucination. Now, sensing that the illegal amendment is unenforceable, these men and their agents decided to drag the judiciary into this madness with the alleged application seeking to issue them ex parte for unenforceable to be enforced, including an order to seize and hijack the LUGA allocation due to Rivers and be sharing it from the comfort of their hotel room in Abuja and Emoha. This could lead to anarchy. This is a grand assault on democracy and rule of law. And if our judiciary is ever dragged into this, our nation would have been taken back to the dark ages. Hence, our call on the National Judicial Council, the Federal High Court, the Nigerian Bar Association, and all relevant authorities to ensure that our courts are not used to carry out the infamous alleged act of using an ex parte order to legalize the illegal tenure extension for local government chairmen in Rivers State whose tenure are about to expire. We are also calling on the federal government to be at alert, especially the Judiciary, as we have been informed about another prayer in the suit, seeking to order the Accountant General of the Federation and the Federal Ministry of Finance to seize the legitimate local government allocation of Rivers State, deny the Rivers people access to their constitutional fund, including LUGA workers and primary school teachers who will not be paid, while the money should be sent to the LUGA chairman whose tenure will elapse in the coming days, who in their retirement will be sharing the allocation of the people based on the illegal law that claim to have extended their tenure without any election producing them. Haba. Even in Mobutu Sese Seko, Congo, or Nkurunziza's Burundi, people could never have imagined this kind of recklessness. We wish to state clearly that opposition lawmakers will not take lightly any move to extend the tenure of their about to expire LUGA chairman under any guise or scheme. You cannot be in office and your tenure is expiring in a few days and somebody makes a law from a one-bedroom in Abuja and Emoha extending you to be in office without an election. That is madness. The opposition is calling on the president, as a Nedeko-bred Democrat, to call those pursuing their selfish, greedy ambition, but illegally using his name to carry out constitutional destabilization activities in Rivers to order. They have breached the peace accord and carrying on as though they are the only ones that have monopoly for crisis and violence. They have no atom of respect for the president. The allocation of Rivers State cannot be stolen using an ex parte order. Neither can the LUGA chairman whose tenure have expired be allowed a second chance in office under any circumstances without going through an electoral process. That the people of Rivers State have maintained peace in the face of all this evil provocation, and that should rather be appreciated and not something that should be taken for granted. Let all men of goodwill stand up and join us in saying enough is enough. The legislative recklessness in Rivers State must end now, and the attempt to drag the Federal High Court into granting ex parte order to seize the Rivers LUGA allocation and stamp the illegal extension of tenure of about to expire LUGA chairman by a group of people impersonating as lawmakers after their seats have been declared vacant must end now. Thank you, and God bless. I will invite my colleagues to make their brief comment. Address here was about those who are trying to undermine the judiciary and create a situation that will lead to constitutional crisis. That was where we now said the president, both the president, the NJC, and other key stakeholders should get involved. And then coming to the first question, there is no division here. Maybe you did not listen carefully. This was a gathering of opposition lawmakers coalition, which is a group that stretches across different political parties. But the people speaking here today are the PDP aspect of it. And because there's an internal issue that happened in our party. And then talking about internal options, all internal options have been exhausted. These conversations have been ongoing for a very long time. Some of you have been following it. I have been listening to the rhetorics that have been happening across all parts of the country, where people have taken up arms against their own party and saying they will destroy the party. We have appealed to the party leadership over time internally to allow the due process to follow. And what is this due process? The constitution of our party made it expressly clear that whenever there's a vacancy, the zone from which the officer originated from will present a replacement to act pending the conduct of a substantive convention. And it's getting to almost 1 year. And then the deputy chairman has been in office, and not only that, things has gone from bad to worse. And while we're talking about Rivers also, is a place where also our party have come under the biggest internal attack, and we have been able to identify that there's internal collaboration with the outsiders who are after our party. And there's also a constitutional violation of people leaving the party upon which they were elected when there was no internal division, and at the same time, even when there's orders of court, are now going about making laws in one bedroom, and this can lead to breakdown of law and order. More importantly, amending the local government law and saying that somebody that is elected whose tenure have expired can stay in office should worry every Nigerian. It means that somebody can even propose such a law at the national level. So it's a constitutional issue that we must also address, and which is also very important. And also, If he refuses to resign, like we said, we have been discussing and consulting. See, the whole of yesterday night we are having meetings with our members. Legal option is also part of it. These issues have been decided in the past. It's not the first time these issues are coming up. That if he refuses to take that part of honor, and if the NEC refuses at the NEC meeting to take that decisive action, then definitely what will happen is that we'll take the legal option to ensure that we'll get him out of office so that the people of North Central can take back their job and complete the remaining tenure. And also it's very important to understand that we have also tried among ourselves to build stronger unity, and that is also working out. People may have some allegiances which may make them not be effective in defending the party they belong to. But some of us here, and the over 60 of us, we are committed in doing that. Before we came on board, put ourselves together and started coming out. Most of the issues that have happened in the past, we've also talked about them. Even when the issue of the burning of the House of Assembly also happened, we also talked about it. And just like he said, he spoke just briefly now about the issue of the electricity tariff. And yesterday night, what we decided was that we understand that yes, at the rates the companies are operating, they are not making profit. But we must also consider the fact that there have not been much improvement in the finance of Nigerian people. That most of these things can be implemented in phases. That was our decision yesterday, and of course we're going to brief on that on a later date also. So we're standing 100% with Nigerian people, and in the days ahead, we'll continue to push that frontiers of effective opposition and engagement of our people. And he talked about people visiting people across the country. Yes, there have been conversations across all parts of the country, which involves most of the opposition lawmakers. There's conversations of rejigging the party. There's conversations of building a broader coalition. There's conversation of mergers. There's different conversations going on, but we cannot speak on that because we have not gotten to a tangible position where we can talk about those movements across different parts of the country. Thank you.
So, sir, please, we want to know your position on the impeachment of the deputy governor of the state.
Well, while we're working in here, we got to hear about the impeachment that happened in Edo State. So after here, we're going to meet and have a position as a body because we just saw it on TV while we're working here. So we'll not be able to comment on it.
So, with this, we have come to the end of this.
Thank you. All right, bro. All right, I'll send it to you.
Sorry, my name is